Hello, beautiful, amazing, fantastic world, and you, wonderful, wonderful individual you. Today, I would like to speak about the inner presence where we silence our own inner being, our thoughts, our feelings, so that the vast and immense presence, starts speaking to us. For in the end, there is truly no silence when we have silenced our own being. It is from that quote unquote void that we truly can start to hear some amazing and also loving, nurturing forces that in the end truly wish for us to, in freedom, grow, develop, and come to ourselves as future spirits of love and freedom. Of course, this is a progress, a process of a long, long time. And we, of course, have to, over this period of time and many periods of time, find out what can be cultivated, what can be grown, and what is worthy of being grown in these times. For not everything is truly worth holding on to. It's also about our inner soul spiritual health and also our physical health to a certain extent, which is in on itself very connected to our soul spiritual health. So the more love, compassion, I mention it all the time, we can hold within our own being, the more health we do invite in, and the more of the loving, moral, good, and higher beings we do invite in to inspire us in freedom. We can choose to listen, we can choose to not listen and keep on repeating, or we can be creative about it and truly discern what is good for us, what is healthy for us, so spiritually. And healthy and love, it goes hand in hand, and that's for certain. The more inner degradations, let's say hatred, let's say complaints, and all of these negativities that are constantly brewing within us is, affecting our body with stress, tenseness. It in on itself does make for stress-related illnesses and plagues over time. This, of course, only happens if we are constantly feeding ourselves with these things. It is because we do not have a core that is love-bound, which is anchored in love, compassion, understanding, acceptance, contentment, inner silence. And the more we are becoming aware of it, the more we can regulate and adjust ourselves over time. Now, this is also, as we say, in freedom. So one will have to realize this. Not only hear it from someone else, one has to realize it oneself, come to understand why. That is the experiences you are given over time by the higher worlds when you have trust within your heart, within your soul. Knowing that we are at this point now, yes, we have come from a past where we are affected even now by it. We are carrying it within our souls. But moving forward, there is room for growth, redemption, purifying, ennobling, lifting up of the mud, so that the higher worlds can meet us when we lift ourselves up towards them. But they will never come down to us, and we should never try to drag their being down into the physical materialistic, because they do not work within that materialistic. The materialistic, the only thing visible on this planet is the mineral world. The rest is not visible at all. Think about that for a moment. The only thing visible on this planet is the mineral world. That is what makes us visible, sense perceptible. The etheric, the astral, and our I are in on itself purely spiritual. And that is what builds our being, holds our form, allows us to be mobile and structured within our own physicality, because we are learning slowly but surely how to live within the physical as a soul spiritual being, and hence over time spiritualizing what is physical to the soul spiritual, astralizing it. So the more we do work with love, compassion, the more we do invite these forces in. It's a constant influx of, when you allow love in, you are constructing and reconstructing your being. Remember, after a 7-year period, you have changed all of your cells. Every physical cell in your being have been changed out after 7 years. What happens when you work on yourself, love, compassion, all of these things, over 7-year periods? Is when you can start to see results. Things take time. A lot of it. A lifetime even. Many lifetimes even. Some people only get to a certain spot at the time of their death. But that doesn't mean that they have done anything wrong or anything. It's just that they have maybe a lifetime or two more to mature further. Because maybe they had a lifetime where they neglected their development. Of course, very few of us have neglected our development to such an extent that we are not capable of developing. No. It's all about coming into a certain perspective. And the trust is invaluable here. And knowing that all will be good when we strive towards what's true, good, and beautiful. And for that it requires this silence within us, this vast presence that allows for the introduction of higher forces over time. But we will have to trust that even if we are not capable of perceiving them now, we will be so in a future time. Doesn't matter when. We have to be patient and knowing and trusting that it will occur when we ourselves are ready for it. For when we are ready for it, that is when the higher worlds hits us the hardest, in the best sense of the word, of course. For we need to know that they always wish us well. They always wish the best for us as individuals and as the whole humanity. You can also deny that. You can also say it's bullshit and all of it, but irrelevant. At least for my own. Because I am working on what I can work with the points and experiments and inner workings I have come to an understanding about over time. And hence anyone that hasn't truly made attempts over a longer period of time, you see, we are not on the same vicinity to be able to even discuss this. But that is not what is the point here. The point is for each and every individual one of us to find out why we're doing these things. Why we are working to become better human beings. Not giving in to this defeatist, nihilistic view of things. Because it is as groundless as anything else of mythology, of anything that's abstract. And when I say mythology, I mean abstract mythologies that doesn't have any connections to to what life is, to what a human is, to what anything living is. So, to be able to have a little courage to find out for oneself, not take anyone's word for it, not take my word for it, not take the word of anything but until you have found out why. You know someone is right, or you know someone has a certain amount of error there. And it's not our job to even point that out in the end. It's for us to work on what we can work on. And we're knowing where we are, accepting where we are, so that we can move forward with dignity, love, compassion, and an understanding. Human decency. Relational decency. Relational respect. And I will leave you with this today. Thank you so much for listening to me. May you be protected, guided, blessed, and loved by Father, Holy Spirit, Christ, Michael, ancient masters of old, ancestors from every incarnation, and may you be provided for with all that you need to survive, live, thrive, being creative, inspirational, and healing to the world so others can choose to follow when the time is right. So, see you. Love you so much, and may you be safe and sound. Goodbye.